Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to today's video and welcome to the start of Vlogmas 2025. So I'm actually filming this just before the 1st of December, but I thought this year we would kick off Vlogmas with a what's in my kids' stocking video. So I really hope you enjoy. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you're watching on a mobile device. Hit that hype button if you can see it. I know some people have had a little bit of trouble with that. Subscribe if you're not already. If this is the first time you've come across any of my videos, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe. And let's jump into today's video. So you may or may not have guessed from the title, but we're going to be doing these videos separately this year. I can't remember actually last year if I combined them. So if you're new here, I've got 3 children. Obviously they range in ages. So my daughter, my eldest is 13. I've got a son who's 10, and then my youngest daughter is 4. So it's quite a big, like we go from teen to obviously young girl. So I need to get obviously something for everyone. So usually when they were, obviously the ages have always been like this, but before we got to like the teen years, and it was very, very different interests. Because I mean, there's not really toys and things that go in the older ones' stockings. I would film it as one video and then I would tell you, I'd be like, right, this is Darcy's, this is Ollie's, this is Penny's. But this year I just thought we would do it separately. And that way you can click on whichever one you relate to, you want to watch. I mean, if you want to watch all 3, I would love it. That would really help support my channel. But we are going to start today's with Darcy. So she's my eldest, so she is 13. So if you're wanting ideas, I'm trying to smooth her name out to you guys. I've just literally got this out of the storage box because the elf comes back. Well, today when you're watching this, he's come back today. But yeah, this is our stockings. I show these every year. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll be very familiar with these stockings. I got Darcy and Ollie's probably about 7-8 years ago. And then I managed to find the exact same ones to get Penny ones. So they all match. So you can usually, I got them off of Etsy. So again, like always, if I can find ones that are similar, I will link them down below. When I looked in the previous years, you could add the name in whichever colour you wanted. So I went with red glitter. I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera there to show you, and it's just like a perfect size. So these will go in their bedrooms on Christmas Eve night, so they wake up to them on Christmas morning, and then what they do is they all bring them up to our room and we just have like a big slumber party before we head downstairs on my bed. So we're going to dive straight in and see what we're going to be putting in Darcy's stocking. So most things, if you've watched my other videos, are pretty similar. I like to pop, I like specific things I like to make sure I pop in every year, but there are some little changes this year because we've got something very exciting planned. So we are actually flying to Lapland on Boxing Day. It is part of the kids' main Christmas present. So obviously from me and Tom, we wouldn't ever do anything like Santa's taking you to Lapland. It is just something that's been on my life list. I know the kids will love it. I'm so excited. I did get a few questions on my TikTok. We did opt to go this particular time. I work in a school, so I break up on, I think it's like the 19th or the 20th of December, and the prices to go then just before Christmas are extortionate. Like we probably wouldn't ever get to go. They were very, very cheap flight wise to go in on Boxing Day. We booked ours in comparison very late. I'm going to do a whole video on this. So I only booked this in September. I've since learned that to get the good deals on accommodation, you literally have to book like a year in advance. So we've paid more than we wanted to for accommodation, but I'm going with my sister and her partner. Obviously Tom's coming and all the kids, and we have like a very, very lovely place that we're staying in. I am so excited. So yeah, I'm going to save all of that. I'm going to do a separate video in case you're interested, you want to plan for next year. We're doing it all separately. I haven't booked with a company. I've obviously just done flights, accommodation separately. I've bought all of our stuff, which you're going to see some bits in here, stuff on Vinted. So we're not going to be hiring snowsuits, anything like that. I've bought it all pretty much secondhand. So yeah, we're trying to do it on a budget. So that will reflect some of these gifts. Anyway, enough with the talk, let's get into the video. Okay, so to start with, I always like to pop new underwear in their stockings. So I've just got a couple of different sets for Darcy. I've gone with Next this year. Usually I go Primark. I've just found that the quality, the fit, it's just been a lot better from Next. And actually Primark's prices have gone up anyway, so they're not that much extra from Next. So that's the first thing going in. We've also got, so my eldest daughter knows we're going. She's been part of the planning. She doesn't mind to know. She's wanted to like plan her outfits and things like that. But obviously Ollie and my youngest have no idea. So I didn't want to, what I'm planning on doing is getting a cardboard sleigh, like the ones you get from Home Bargains, and filling it with like the snowsuits I've bought, the snow boots, the gloves, things like that. But I'm going to pop odd little bits like this in because he won't twig. So I managed to pick up some thermal socks from Home Bargains. So these are going to go on top of the merino wool ones that we've got. They were £2.50. Like you see, they're thermal, and they did them in a variety of different colours. So I just went with cream because she's very much my daughter and she loves beige. So I went with that colour. I also managed to pick up in Home Bargains, I did get these a while ago, so they are, I forget the name of them, but there's some hand sanitizers that have gone viral that started in America. Obviously people could get them here, but then the prices were really inflated, so Home Bargains, being Home Bargains, brought out their own version, and I managed to get the 3 different colours. I've got the other one in my son's stocking, but I popped these 2 in her stocking. I think they were £1.99, but they're really cool actually because they come with the little hook, so you can hook them like if you had a little purse, a little bag you wanted to clip it on, just so you know where it is. You haven't got to be rummaging around. And I know she will love these. She makes like little TikTok videos and things like that for her evening routine, her morning routine. So yeah, I'm expecting to see those in there. Very much on the Lapland theme. So I'm popping these in all their stockings so I can get away with it before we head downstairs because my son plays football. We're in winter, it's freezing at the moment. So yeah, these are going in obviously to use for Lapland, but we can go around and be like, oh Ollie, that'd be perfect for football when you're like waiting to go on for your game. And these are actually fab because I do use these for football. I got these off of Amazon. Usually you can get them in Home Bargains and B&M. They're normally about 69p a pack, but I think I got 2 packs from Home Bargains, and then when I went in, because these are the feet ones, when I went back in to get the hand ones, they didn't have them. But I will leave links to what I can in the description. I got a pack like this on Amazon. It was in the lead up to the Black Friday discount, and it was £3 for 10 packs, so you get 5 pairs, so it's 1, 2, do you know what I mean? So 10. So they're in these sort of packs, but just in a bigger pack. So I'll leave a link to those in the description, but those are also going in. I also picked up the Home Bargains version of the perfume. So they're like Sol de Janeiro dupes. They've been around for a couple of years now. So this is the actual perfume version of it. It has a spray top like so, and it actually smells incredible. So this one is the Golden Vanilla and Warm Sandalwood. Those perfume scents are incredible together. These were really, really cheap, only a couple of pounds, and they had all the different colours. So the different colours represent the different scents. So she's got that one going in. Excuse my voice, I sound a bit nasally. Obviously we're coming into winter and December, so I'm full of a cold. I also picked her up, so this one is from B&M, so I got her this little glass. It's super cute. It has the little pink bow. I don't know if that's coming off on camera there. Just inside, and I love these style glasses. So I had one when it was autumn with the pumpkin in, but it was a cup. But she very much loves a Diet Coke, a little fizzy drink on an evening. So yeah, she saw this and fell in love. So I did just pick that up. It was £3. They did have them in different colourways. So they had, if you're very much into like monochrome and the black style, they had them where the bow inside was black, but she just went with the light pink. Okay, next up, I've mentioned these in a few of my Home Bargains hauls. You may or may not have seen those, but these charging wires are actually really good. They're £2, so they do the different ends depending what model of phone you have. So Darcy has the iPhone 16, so she has the Type-C charger, but her bunnies literally like to have a little nibble. So annoying. So yeah, I got her those because sometimes the cheaper ones can be a little bit hit or miss whether they actually charge, but these ones are really good. So I've got her one of those because I know she's going to need it. Okay, next up, so a funny story behind this. I got myself one of these from Aldi a few years ago, and I was hunting in Aldi because they bring them out every year. It's basically just a giant version on the ring binder of word search puzzles like so, and I've got a pack of highlighters like this. This is how you know I've got OCD or something, but my very much chill time, when I have time to wind down, is I like to just sit there and I do it in order. So for example, I'll do pink, purple, blue, green, orange yellow, and so if you flick through the book, it's in a colour order, and Darcy wanted it. So I was hunting for so long for this book in Aldi, couldn't find it, so I managed to find this one on Amazon. So I'll leave a link to this below. They do it in different colours, so they do it in this purple, they have pink and I think blue. I just went with the purple because it was on sale. I think they're exactly the same, where they have different versions of word searches to look for, but I got this one, and then I also got these on Amazon as well because they had discount on in the lead up to Black Friday, so I know she's gonna love that. Okay, I also picked up this candle from Home Bargains. It's £2.99. They have a ton of different scents to choose from, so I went with the baked gingerbread. It is like a beigey colour because that's the colour of her room. What can I say, guys? She's literally my daughter, so her colour scheme very much mirrors my bedroom. These smell incredible from Home Bargains. They burn really well as well. They don't go super, super quick. I think the like Yankee candles and the ones from Home Sense do burn for slightly longer, but they're normally like £12.99. The Yankee ones are up at £20. So I think for £2.99, they are great value for money. And she loves a little candle on an evening on her dressing table, so she's got that one. And then earlier in the year, I did just pick this one up from B&M, so she'll probably get this one out maybe springtime. It'll probably just sit on her shelf for decor pieces because they have a lot of the like star sign and birth month gift options in B&M. They're really good at that. So she was born in May, so I've got her this one. It says May girls. It was £3, no, £3.50, sorry, and just looks like this. It's just got the one wick and it's just a vanilla scent. Cute little writing and flowers on there. So she also has that one. So a couple of different candle options. And then in Home Bargains, I found this face spray. So it's basically a cleansing water. It gently removes bacteria and impurities from the skin. And this was like £1.99. And I'd never seen it before, and I knew it wasn't the Home Bargains brand. When I Googled it, it is actually a skincare brand, and it's like £10 for the spray. So I thought it was a great saving. So yeah, I've got her that one to pop in as well to give that a go. I also saw they had Glow Hub. So again, this isn't the Home Bargains brand. This is actually a skincare brand. They do makeup version skincare. I just went with the lip balm. So I didn't want to get her skincare because she uses a specific skincare. So I didn't want to like put other stuff in and make her have like a flare up. So I just got her this one. It's grapefruit pep talk, so it's peptides for your skin, perfect for this time of year when obviously we're in colder weather, you get chapped lips, and obviously we are going to Lapland. It's going to be so cold, so she's going to need something to keep her lips nice and conditioned. So I got that, and that again was a couple of pounds. Talking of winter skin, I picked these up. So if you've seen any of my Christmas gift hauls, this was part of my boots haul. I've absolutely been loving boots this year. So not only just their 3 for 2, they also had 4 for 2 in store. They had such great value on brands, so like Nivea, L'Oreal, Lynx. They had discount. I think they may still have it online. So definitely check out Boots for gift options. And also their £10 Tuesdays. I mentioned this in one of my recent vlogs. If you're not signed up to Boots, you can actually pop your email address in and they will email you like a little prompt every Tuesday to say it's £10 Tuesday, have a little browse. And they've had some great deals. I'm going to show you a gift next that I picked up on there, but this one I got for like £3.50. I think it's meant to be about £10. I definitely don't think it's worth £10. I'm very happy that I only paid £3.50 for it. But you basically get in there a refreshing face mask, a moisturiser for the skin, and a lip balm. Yeah, it is meant to be £10. So with the gift like this, it's part of the 3 for 2. So it's just like a winter rescue pack, and I've got one of these going in Ollie's stocking as well because they had like the purple version and then the blue version, and I thought the chapstick will be perfect for us to take away, and it's in the packaging is super cute. Okay, so this is from the £10 Tuesday. So she's been wanting these for a few years. So they're the face glass balls that you kind of like pop on to soothe your skin. It can help when you've got a face mask on, like a sheet mask, or just to moisturise in any serum. So these were on offer for £10, and you actually got the serum, which is a vitamin C glow serum, just to help them glide on. But you can pop these in the fridge, and the cooling effects on them, when I've had a facial before, they've used these and they've been incredible. So I was really happy with that. So this is an example of things that you can get on the £10 Tuesday. This was just recently. I got this back in August actually when it came on, but they do They are a little bit repetitive with things, but there will be weeks. So like the week just gone, it was actually incredible. The things that they had on there are so good. So yeah, I highly recommend checking out. If you've got older ones, you're gifting for like adults, definitely check out Boots. Now I've got a couple of different face cloth options. Again, these are both from Home Bargains. So she likes to do her skincare with these disposable face cloths, and they are biodegradable. So I just make sure I look at that before I buy them. Otherwise, obviously, she can just use a flannel, which is what I use. But she just likes to use this just to make sure what she's using every day is completely fresh and clean, especially with her skin, because she is 13. She does suffer with breakouts. So she really likes these ones. I think these are like £2.99. You get 50 in there, but I also saw they did these ones in the bag. How many did you get in here? 50 again. I think they're around a similar sort of price point. They do the same thing. These are more along the lines of the ones that you see on Amazon that come in the bamboo box. They come out individually, whereas these ones are on a roll. So they do the same thing. I just thought I would get her both options so she could try it and see which one she prefers. Okay, this is a Home Bargains little gift set for her room. So just excuse the little kings. They've come out of their little slot there. But this is a room fragrance set. So in here you get a candle, the liquid for the reed diffuser, and then you get a fragrance spray, so you can like pop that on your bedding, just in the room to like give your room a lovely smell. So again, they had this in the different colorways, and the different colorways are different scents. So this one is the cherry blossom and sweet plum, which I've smelled this before because we've got the body moisturizer of this, and it smells lovely. And I just thought this color pink would look lovely just to add a little tiny splash of color into her room. These again, great gift options. I would love something like this. So not only is it good for teens, it's good for adults as well. I think these are £3.99, could be £4.99, but I want to say it's £3.99. Okay, this again is a Home Bargains gift set. So I got one for Darcy. I've also got one for my son. So I am planning on taking, they really love, I don't know if you can see, just here, they love this style chicken noodle. All of three of my kids are obsessed. So I said to Tom, I'm actually just going to pack a load in the suitcase because it's warm. We can make them super easy. So if like we go into a restaurant and there's not, they are kind of fussy. So I thought we're there for a couple of days. This will be perfect just to have as a little snack to warm them up. And I just thought because they love them so much, they would love this cup that comes with it, and you get the little fork. I think these were £5.99, and actually in the cup you do get a pot of the noodles. So that'll be going in the suitcase. So this is kind of like something that is going to be good for my kids because I know they love them. So it's going to be hit or miss whether your kids like noodles. Obviously it might not be appropriate if they don't like them, but I just saw it and I thought actually you're going to love that. They also had the pot noodle versions of this as well, which I thought was cool for like the older kids. So yeah, I'm glad I picked that up. And then I have also got them a set of hot chocolates. So again, very much with Lapland in mind. So I am going to be getting them a travel mug each. I haven't got that yet. I probably would have popped that in the stocking, but they have got quite a lot in their stocking, and I don't like it to be like completely overwhelming because like I said, we do open this up here, so that will probably go in their main presents. But they have really lovely hot chocolate gift sets. So this one is the Maltesers and the Galaxy one, so it's kind of based on a hot chocolate station. So you get 3 pouches of Maltesers, 3 pouches of Galaxy, so like the instant sachets that you pop in. You get mini marshmallows, Galaxy chocolate drops, crushed candy canes, gingerbread sprinkles, and festive mega mix. Like you can see there just on the front. So I thought that was a really lovely gift set. So I've got a slightly different version for my son, and then I am just also planning on taking some of the hot chocolates in the actual pot. So I'm going to pop that in the suitcase because it's going to be so cold. It's going to be something that we need. And I have heard that it's much as we are obviously going on holiday, I think the hot chocolates are about €8 each, which I don't want to be constantly buying them throughout the day. So this is also going to save us some money. And then last up in the stockings, I always like to pop some form of like their chocolate treat. So my son's is slightly different. Obviously, when we film his video, I'll talk about that. But Darcy loves Galaxy. So I managed to get her the Galaxy selection boxes. They are so much more money this year though, guys. I think this is about £4. So coming up in the lead up to Christmas, you'll probably find that you can get things like in the supermarkets on offer. I just like to get mine a little bit in advance for obviously filming video for you guys. So she has got the Galaxy one. and that is the last thing that will be going in her stocking. So I really hope you enjoyed what is going in my 13-year-old's stocking. So I'm sure Darcy is going to love everything going in there this year. Like I said, whatever I can link, so things that I've got off of Amazon, I will leave a link in the description, so check that out. Other things from Home Bargains, you can order on Home Bargains. They don't always have the full selection that they have in store, so I will have a little look what I can find on their website. If there's any of this, I haven't ever done to this day, I haven't ever ordered online. A lot of people have, and they've said it's absolutely fab, but I got all of this in store, so I will have a little nosy, see if I can order, if I can link anything online. So check out the description, but don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already. Stay tuned. Like I said, this is day 1 of Vlogmas, so the first video. I don't know if we're going to get around to doing one every single day of the month. I like to do, usually my consistent upload schedule is 2 a week, so I like to increase that to at least 4. If I can do little mini vlogs each day, I'll try and film shorts and things like that, so we can probably try and do something every day, but it's a lot because I do everything myself. I do the film, I do the editing myself, so I like to get a little bit ahead of schedule. So stay tuned. I'm gonna get the other 2 ones filmed as well, so they will be coming up. Lots of Christmas content, my favourite time of the year. So don't forget to engage on my videos, come and say hello, leave an emoji in the comments, subscribe, like, hype, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone.